Now, if you ever needed a reason to subscribe, that intro right there, that is it. Approximately 12 hours before the Jordan 4 Undefeated exclusive access went live on SNKRS EU last night, I said everything you need to know in the video, and I've done this before on this channel actually. There's a couple of times I've done this with EAs or shock drops, and just like this morning, today, a lot of subscribers actually managed to cop. Now, of course, you can argue that if you're invited, but just like you saw on the screenshots, you got to be ready. Just because you have exclusive access, it doesn't mean you're going to be able to cop anyway. But if I tell you about it and you're ready and you know exactly what time to be ready, it just helps you out a lot. Of course, my source is Stat Sneakers, so a huge thank you to them, because just like you saw in the intro, I managed to cop, and I even knew beforehand that I had exclusive access, which is crazy. It's not witchcraft. They have this EA checker tool, and so I knew about it. Helps me out a lot, but I'm just happy I can help. So please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications, because sometimes I have a couple of hours to do these videos before the launch is active. And if you enable notifications and you see me post a video, just click on that thumbnail fast as hell. Stella is really cozy today, so I'm just gonna let her be like this, so it's gonna be hard to record, but whatever. I think she is satisfied that we managed to cop one of the biggest releases this year. Thank you, Stella, for leaking the info about the Jordan 4 Undefeated. Okay, so we're gonna talk about, I have some bad news and I have some good news. Bad news first, maybe. Yeah, there's some issues, or maybe not issues, but because of the stock that was wasted, should I say wasted, on the exclusive access, the official launch on August 28th looks bad. So we're gonna go through that. I'm gonna show you exactly how many pairs were allocated today, and also I'm gonna explain to you how Nike did it. In case US gets the same treatment and you guys have EA as well, then you'll be ready and you'll know what to do. But before we get into that, I have some stock number recap. I always do that before we get into the actual news. I have the Jordan 4 Cave Stone stock numbers, and I previously reported the early stock. Remember that when I bragged that EU had more? I think the early stock in the back end on the Nike servers, it was like 42,000 for EU and 31,000 for US. And remember how I joked and I was like, ha, and then I also said, but you know, it's probably gonna end up being 100,000 for US. And yeah, that's exactly what happened, almost. Let me show you. All right, so we got the Air Jordan 4 K-Stone released today in EU on the Nike app, not the SNKRS app. And these were the size by size stock numbers. We had 35,027 pairs still available, I think, in every size. But this is just good. Like, don't get me twisted. If you're new here, I'm not one of those, oh man, it's not a hype sneaker. I'm actually talking about it, right? I wasted, this is like the third video I'm talking about the Cave Stone. I love it when a sneaker like this sneaker wouldn't sit in a couple of years ago, right? When the hype beasts were taking over and it was so popular to talk about sneakers. The fact that a cool looking sneaker like this is available in a big stock, especially this year when the stock numbers were incredibly low for a lot of releases, it's a good thing. It's actually a good thing if you want to buy someone a Jordan 4 as a present, or is someone else is interested in buying his first Jordan 4. It's just a good thing that a cool colorway is available. So I'm not against it. I'm all for it. And now for US, you guys were supposed to have this sneaker on September 8th or something like that. It looks like it's supposed to be released September 6th. So still later than us over here in EU, but you guys right now, and this could change because there's like 2 weeks left until the release day. And I know, again, in the comments, don't blast me. I know this sneaker is available to everyone. Again, I don't care. I'm interested in the stock numbers, and I know a lot of my subscribers are interested. Taking a little sneak peek behind the scenes, behind the curtain, the Nike curtain, And you know what? I'll just show you the size by size numbers. I don't think I'm gonna get in trouble for that with stash sneakers because, like I said, it's not that hard to get a hold of the sneaker. So I'm just gonna show you the size by size numbers, and it is 93,332 pairs. Yeah, so EU couldn't even win this one. So plus they even lowered the stock. EU had 41,000 as early stock, and then it ended up being 35,000. What the hell, Nike? Can we get a W once? Of course, I knew this was gonna happen because, again, there's a lot more interest in US than in EU, so I understand that. But yeah, if you were looking forward to the sneaker, it's not gonna be an issue getting it even on the sneakers app. And I think on the sneakers app is a good way to cop the sneaker. I mean, on the Nike app, my bad. It's gonna be on the Nike. But just, you know, purchasing from Nike, the return is free. If you purchase from a retailer, it's gonna be a little bit more expensive if they don't have a discount. And also, usually returns, they cost. By the way, is that even true? Here in EU, returns are free. The same thing goes for you in US when it comes to Nike, right? Am I crazy? It's the same thing, right? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, I got another little recap before we talk about the reason my stance is weird is because I'm still holding Stella. She's not gonna let go. She's really cozy like this, and I can't ignore her every time I record a video. So you're just gonna have to accept it, man. I got another little recap for you guys. A sneaker that released today on the Nike app. I don't know if this released in US, but this was in EU, and it was the Jordan 4 Tex Denim Worn Blue. Stock numbers 4,706 pairs, and these are the size by size numbers. Should I do Shadow Back? No, you know what? I'm gonna save Shadow Backboard for tomorrow because I want to do a video tomorrow as well. Because on Saturday I'm actually not gonna be able to do a video. I'm going to see Ed Sheeran with my girlfriend and her friend, and we're gonna see Ed Sheeran in Stockholm, which is our third time seeing the Ginger. He's the GOAT. Like, he's the best performer on planet Earth. He's super dope live. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm not gonna be able to record on Saturday, so I'm gonna save the shadow backboards and a lot more spicy leaks for tomorrow. All right, so let's talk about the Undefeated 4s. Damn, I'm so happy I got them. That is crazy. All right, so let's talk about the Undefeated stock numbers. 10,127 pairs were available today for the EA. 10,127, and that's a problem because remember I told you Sneaker US early stock was, what was it, 15,000 pairs, and EU has 10,000 and they wasted it all on the EA. So how many pairs are left? That is the big question. I'm gonna try to answer that question, but first I want to show you something interesting that happened with the EA. Nike didn't send out all the invites at once. They actually sent out the invites in 3 different waves. So the first one was at 9 o'clock in the morning. That was the one I got and how I managed to cop. And then the second wave of invites happened at 9:37. And then the third and final wave was sent out at 10:49. So those 3 waves. So I saw some of you in the comments that you woke up a little bit later than 9 and you still managed to cop when you checked the app. That was probably the second or the third wave. And here's something interesting. Those 10,000 something stock pairs, that's it for EU, I think. I can't prove it. I can't confirm it yet. But Maddie over at Stash Sneakers, he checked the stock remaining sizes from those 10,000, and this is the image. As you can see, I don't have the exact number of how many pairs are left for these sizes, but there's not a lot of sizes left. For example, I went for 43 on the Undefeated, and there's no 43 in sight. They sold out. So my size actually sold out. Now, what I don't know is, was this the plan all along? Did they do this EA and then cut it off after the third wave, and these are the sizes that are left, and is that going to be the official release day, or do they have more pairs for the official release day? That is the big question. So I don't want to scare you, but as of right now, they had 10,100 something, and then this is what is left. And hopefully, I think there's a big chance they're going to add a lot of pairs, but we haven't seen anything in the back end yet. I imagine because probably at the beginning of next week, we will see what is going on. And of course, I will update you by then. But yeah, again, I don't want to be clickbaiting this stuff. I think there's a lot more pairs that's going to be added. Not that many. It's not going to be 10,000 more, but a lot more than this image. So you'll still get a chance to cop. And like I said, I promised to update you. I don't want to scare you, but I'm just reporting what I see, and I thought you'd like me to show you this, right? So yeah, 3 different waves, and I finally got them. A lot of people got them, and I'm extremely happy. Like I said, I went for size 43, and 1,283 pairs were available, and they sold out. Yo, I really hope, like, it's easy for me to be happy now when I got them, but I would imagine like this is the biggest release of the year, and if Nike wasted everything on the EA, that's not a good look. Especially with the controversy of the pairs that haven't even been shipped in US. It's not looking like a smooth release so far, but you know, there's time left. Nike can redeem themselves on the official release day. We'll see what happens. As always, thank you for the support. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Like the video, big difference when you do that. And yeah, I'm kind of tired because I've been doing these videos every day now. I just want to chill, bro. I want to freaking play Overwatch and just chill, just watch a Netflix series. And here I am talking about shoes. You know I love you guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you for watching the entire video. As always, Stella, where you at? I'll see you on the next one.